Round 5 of the 2019 New Zealand Superbike Championship, and here we are at the final showdown, coming to you live from the Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park here in Taupo, and presented by Carl Cox Motorsport and hosted by the Hamilton Motorcycle Club. This is it, the last round of 2019. Titles will be won and lost here in the weekend, and all our champions will be crowned. So round 5 is brought to you by our generous sponsors at Carl Cox Motorsport, Suzuki New Zealand, Yamaha New Zealand, ICG Print, DHL Express New Zealand, Motorcycling New Zealand, Pirelli Tyres, Honda Cars, Resine Automotive and Light Industrial, Bike Rider Magazine, MX and Track Timing with Ctas Live. So here we are with our Superbike press conference, and introducing the riders from the left, TSS Red Baron, Fujitsu New Zealand, Suzuki's Sloane Frost. And there is Pro Moto's Dyno Lab, CD Vandermeer Builder Suzuki, Scott Moyer, Yamaha Blue Crew, Alistair Hugenbosen, and Team Rees Racing, Honda, Damon Rees. So starting with you, Sloane, Taupo, what are your thoughts on the track? Do you love the place?
Yeah, I really enjoy Taupo. I haven't had the best results here, but as far as the track goes, really enjoy the place. So fingers crossed with that rain stays away for the weekend and it'll be even better.
So coming into this weekend, you're sitting in 3rd place, but still a mathematical chance of the title. What's the full process going through?
Well, I'm not one to give up, so if there's a chance, then I'm going to take it. Judging by the pace out there today, the boys going to be hard to beat, but yeah, looking forward to the challenge. It'll be good fun.
Awesome. And to you, Scotty, lost the points lead, but only just your home track. What do you like about Taupo?
Yeah, I mean, hey, home track, so it's probably one of my favourites. Always managed to come here and go pretty well, but hey, still a fight on our hands. Dan, he'll be fast for sure. I imagine. Sloane and Al and Damo. So I mean, hey, have a DNF or something, then it's all over for anyone again. So yeah, stay on and we'll try and keep my nose in front of Dan. That's the main aim of the game, and try and finish on the podium in every race, really.
So does it make it a little bit easier going in behind on points, a bit of an underdog thing? You've just got to go out there and win now and beat Dan. Has that made it easier for you?
No, I was hoping to have more points, as you do. Either way, if you got a bit of a point or not much, it's still going to be tough.
And Al, still a mathematical chance of winning the title, but all the same, a great year you've had. What are your thoughts on Taupo?
Yeah, really enjoy Taupo. It's similar to Ruapuna in levels. More corners the better. Seemed to go pretty well here in the past, so really looking forward to the race. Yeah, there's still that mathematical chance, but we're just going to each race trying to get as much points as we can and see what happens. Wait and see.
So first, for full credit to the Blue Crew Yamaha team this season. So have you got any personal goals you want to achieve by the end of the weekend?
Top 3 would be pretty cool. Obviously, we've led a couple of times this year and been second, but to get on the podium for Yamaha would be pretty cool. The first full year back, and trying something different with the Dunlops and the Yamaha. So I would like to get on the podium, but we'll just take each race as it comes. And this Nationals has been really hot. The pace has been quick. There's 5-6 of us that could grab a win tomorrow. So we'll wait and see.
And Damo, you had some great pace last weekend. What do you think about Taupo? You love this place?
Yeah, I mean, it's my favourite track on the calendar, and obviously it only being a couple of hours down the road is our home track as such, and I've done a lot of laps around here, and it's very similar to Ruapuna, which is another track that I do really, really well at. So I'm really looking forward to the weekend. Today started off not so flash this morning, but we're finally getting down to a good feeling with the bike and good pace this afternoon. So I'm really looking forward to the weekend, and the old Blue Wing Honda CBR 1000 is working really, really good.
Yeah, fantastic. So is there anything you want to take out? You're just taking it race by race? Just want to get out there and do as much as you can?
Take it race by race, but this weekend the goal was turn up and win, and where that puts me in the championship is where it puts me, but at the end of the day, I'm just going to put it all out there and try and win. That's what I want to do for Honda and for our team and how much work we put in this year. And I think all in all, it's still been a really good first season for me.
Okay, so we do have the exclusion of Daniel Medham, our series points leader. He's unable to join us. He's got a few technical issues going on in the garage, but we will go through our social media questions. Ian Dawson unable to join us, but he's asked me to ask you guys each. We'll start with you, Sloane. Is there any person or rider that's influenced you to become a motorcycle racer?
Look, I had so many heroes growing up, and it was all, you know, motocross based and stuff like that. So you know, right, growing up with the King brothers and stuff like that, you know, always idolised those guys. And you know, moving into road racing, Andrew Stroud was always someone that I looked up to and stuff. So you know, being able to beat Andrew and race against him, and you know, ultimately just, you know, being friends and on the same team as him, it was pretty cool. So yeah, those boys have been a big inspiration in my life.
What about you, Scotty? Any inspirations over the years?
Well, to be honest, motocross was not where it all started for me, you know. I mean, yeah, no, just like start doing it really, you know. So yeah.
And Al?
Yeah, again, started sort of on the dirt bikes and yeah, slowly got into it. But probably the reason we got into road racing is probably because of Sam Smith. The old man went over to Phillip Island a couple of years ago in 2006, and Sam Smith was doing a wild card in the 125s, and thought, oh, obviously there's a way to get into this. So next weekend there was a have a go day at Ruapuna, and me and my brother had a go. And the next weekend we had 2 RG150s in the garage. So yeah, Sam sort of got us, well, made Dad look into it. But yeah, like what Sloan said, all the like looking up to Stroud and Dennis Charlotte, and eventually getting to race them has been pretty cool. So yeah, well, yeah, there's a few, but it'd be hard to single one out. So.
What about you, Damo?
Obviously, I grew up motocross family, working, you know, with a dad that owns a motorbike shop, and he was always the biggest influencer because he was the only person we saw when we went to the racetrack. We were in his pit, you know, and we saw what Dad did, and went to Australia and watched them race. So, like, you know, we always idolised him, Mitch and I. So I'd say he's the main influencer for me, definitely. And then probably another one would be Aaron Slight from back in the day when he was racing World Superbikes. He was just that wicked riding style and always have a go at, you know, winning a race or doing the best he could. And I think he was another guy I always looked up to as well.
All right, and the second question was, a lot of you guys are motocross background, as you've touched on, and what was the turning point? What made you guys try and go road racing?
I think I was just always fast in practice when the track was smooth. So I think, you know, with motocross, it is quite a young guy sport. So natural progression, you sort of move into the road racing and that, and you start to appreciate road racing once you actually get on it and feel the rush of riding, especially the faster bikes and the grip of the tyres and stuff like that. And you know, but would never. I mean, all the boys I'd say would still do motocross as well. So you'll never give that away. But yeah.
And Scotty, what was the turning point for you?
Oh, well, I've done a fair bit of sort of, yeah, riding around the roads, you know, on your road bike with mates, and done some pretty silly things, you know, as you do. And then took it to the track, you know, track days, and then realised, oh, this is pretty cool. Then I think the next weekend I went racing on a pretty much stock bike, and that was it. And I'm better at road racing than I am motocross, so stick to that, I think.
Yes, you touched on it before, but what was the progression from the RG150s there?
Yeah, it was about the same time I was first getting my licence. Actually, the parents sent me to Ruapuna, sort of safest place to learn how to ride a road bike. So there's no traffic, there's no anything. All the instructors are there teaching you, and then just so happened to want to go quicker and quicker and quicker. So started racing, and yeah, I don't know, you don't need a water blast your bikes every time, unless you have a big off, I suppose. But yeah, just it was actually for my road licence, just to learn how to ride safer, but just one thing led to the next.
What about you, Damo? When did it all click for you?
For me, I gave it a go when I was 15, which was a long time ago now, sadly. And it didn't really, actually at the time, I was so heavily into motocross, and I was at that point where I was starting to get near the pointy end, and it was something I was driven for. And then unfortunately I broke my back in 2011, and it set me back big time, and I had to kind of reevaluate things as I recovered, and then I gave motocross a go again. But unfortunately, as everyone knows, motocross is so demanding on your body and asks so much of you. And at the end of a race week, and I was struggling to walk, you know, so I was like, how many years can I keep racing dirt bikes? So I went and mechanicked for Dad in 2013 in the NZSBK championship, and I kind of got that thrill I got as a kid watching him racing again, and I think that's what it was. And by the time we got home from the South Island National, first few rounds in the South Island, I was hooked and I'd bought a road bike, you know, and not to go road riding, to go track riding, and it went from there basically.
All right, brilliant stuff. And yeah, obviously we touched on Daniel not being here. He's just got some bike issues that he needs sorted out, but the championship is really heating up. Just 5 points separates Dan and Scott, and then the battle for third is also a very tight one as well, with all 5 of these guys a mathematical chance at the title. So thank you very much, guys, and that's your Superbike press conference.